All right, guys. I think we're live. Welcome to my 2,500 subs live stream and giveaway. Thanks to everyone who has been subscribing over the past 2 years, 2.5 years that I've been actually taking this channel seriously and uploading stuff that's a little bit more important than just random guitar run-throughs. What's up, Sedition Through Scorns? What's up, Peach Creed? What's up, Jacob Warfel? What's up, the Metalhead Box team? Appreciate you guys for being here. So yeah, it's been quite a while that I've been doing this. Not as long as a lot of people, but I started off, I think, 2015, maybe a little later. Just kind of getting beyond just regular guitar playthroughs and stuff like that that's been related to my bands and side projects. Started doing album reviews and stuff like that, and then slowly decided to do collection updates with the stuff you can kind of see behind me. And then I eventually tried to dabble in some gaming playthroughs, which some of it was all right, some of it was kind of meh, and I kind of just stopped doing it. I would eventually like to again, but it definitely require a lot more high price equipment, so that's probably not going to be happening for a while, but it's something I would like to do in the future on this channel. I'm also going to be continuing doing the bloody hell, the horror movies to either watch or avoid series. And for anyone who's come here for the slam and black metal stuff, that will probably eventually return. Like I said, I've just kind of been like diving headfirst into all this punk stuff for now. It's kind of just struck my fancy. With that being said, hopefully I've convinced some of you to maybe check out something in the punk side of things, maybe street punk, maybe oi, maybe hardcore, what have you. If not, that's cool too. I will probably eventually, like I said, get back into doing more black metal and slam related stuff. I'm just kind of in between, kind of getting an influx of income right now. I did have kind of a seasonal thing for a bit, which was helping bring stuff onto the channel and to show off. But now the winter's here, it's kind of like it's the typical dry spell. So there is still the November 1-year edition Metalhead box that I'm going to be opening probably the first week of December. So you guys got that to look forward to. Glad Captain Flannel here likes the punk and hip hop and metal and all that stuff. That's cool. Thank you, Fire, for the congrats. Peach, I know you just mentioned Rebel Scum. I'm waiting on our vocalist, Phobiter, to record some vocals on the second track, and then I'll start work on guitar for another one and so on. So that should be probably done in the next month or two, depending on when he's got time to do that, because he did just get hired for a job, and he's got to, do all that and make sure he's, up to date and make sure he passes that 3-month probation period. So he's got to focus on that first, but hopefully we can pump out something pretty soon. My projects have mostly just been revolving around The Lonely Cadaver. Recently, I put out 2 demos, one being Failure to Stop, and then the second one being The Mortician's Son. Both demos kind of have a different feel to them. The first demo was basically just one drum track all the way through and then guitar. The second demo had a few different drum tracks throughout, so it's a little bit more diverse. I'm currently working on 3 more songs, that being I Wish I Was a Zombie, Stud My Corpse, and Look Me Up at the Rue Morgue. Now those are going to sound a little different because I'm using a different guitar for this one. Instead of my Ibanez, I'm using just some really cheap, probably $80 guitar, just to get that kind of lo-fi clangy sound that early bands like the Germs and the Adolescents and Teenage Graves kind of had. So it's going to sound pretty neat. I'm more than likely going to also be recording future Drakir stuff on the really cheap guitar, just to see how the black metal sounds on it, because it has a really cool sound. So expect new Drakir stuff in 2018. But yeah, thank you, Azag Gala. I know you're a new subscriber to the channel. I really appreciate that. Thanks for giving the channel a shot. Hails and horns to yourself as well. Yeah, so I'm probably just going to wait for a few more people to get on here, if there are any going to be on the way. Nick from Motley Crue Forever One did say he would try to make an appearance, maybe for 15 or 20 minutes. So that should be neat. I've also kind of notified a couple other YouTubers if they'd like to join. I kind of sent them the link, so they pop up, they pop up. If not, that's cool too. I don't mind sitting here and chatting with you guys for, an hour or two. Yeah, if you haven't checked out the Black Metal Amino yet, definitely go check it out. I think my last 2 videos, if you check the description box, it's listed at like one of the last couple of links. If you're into black metal, pardon me. It is a good place to hang out and socialize and post music and share different like black metal merch and music and talk to like-minded individuals. So yeah, definitely check out Black Metal Amino if you're sick of Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or anything like that, or if you just simply want another place to hang out and talk about music. Thus Back the Night Spirit asks, would you ever consider vinyl treatment for your music? Yeah, I would consider it, but I also don't have like $4,000 or $5,000 sitting around to make 100 or 200 copies, because I hear there's not too many vinyl pressing plants around. Like, I'm also in Canada too, so I'm not in the States. So if I found a vinyl pressing plant, it probably wouldn't be anywhere near me. So the amount that it would cost to get them made, plus the amount to get them shipped to me, would probably be, for someone who's pretty impoverished, it would be astronomical. To put it in perspective, $50 might as well be $1,000 for me right now, because it's pretty tight. And then with Christmas coming up, like any money I get, it's like that is going to be going towards the kids for Christmas and other bills and whatnot, especially in January, because if we run out, we'll obviously have to put some stuff on credit and pay that off in the new year. Just how it is. It's how corporate North America works. So sent a live stream link. Need more people. Lathe cut records on duplication.ca are the best deal I've seen, and that's Canada. Also, could I join by any chance at some point? Sure, no problem, man. I don't mind if you join. How would we go about doing that? Well, if I have you on Facebook, send me a message, and I will send you the link to the Google Hangouts. If not, go to my Jesse Talks Metal page and message me there, and I'll send you a link there. Thou botanist. Okay. I'll see if I can find you and send you the link, man, because I could use some company. Why not? So everyone just hold on a second and bear with me, and I will try to get him in on this. Oh, there you are. Boom. You should have it. Hopefully it works. Sometimes it doesn't. I know Pizza Graham tries to get on here sometimes, and he just has like the worst trouble getting in onto the live stream. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my kids are having a bath at the moment, and my oldest does not like getting his hair washed or his teeth brushed. So if you hear random children screaming in the background, we're not sacrificing anyone to Beelzebub. It's just my kid hates getting his hair washed. So there's that. Your thoughts on the Canadian Ross Bay cult bands, war metal stuff? I enjoy war metal. I just haven't collected much of it. I will eventually get some Revenge in my collection, and probably some. Oh bloody hell! What is that other random band I can't think of right now? God damn it! See, this is why I need. This is why I need Nick on here, because he knows all that shit. Oh yeah, Conqueror. But Conqueror is like pre-Revenge, so it's basically the same thing. But no, yeah, they're both good. Not a big fan of Blasphemy. When I first started getting into black metal, I was pretty big into Blasphemy, but then I kind of realized once I got that one Metalhead box and the shirt came with it that I kind of overreacted and thought it was like the best thing ever. And then I went and listened to Blasphemy again. And I'm like, you know what? This isn't quite as great as I remember it. So I ended up selling the Blasphemy shirt to someone who appreciated them a little bit more than myself. So. I don't care what anyone says. 6 Feet Under is awesome. Yes, Chief Pineapple, I totally agree. People shit all over Chris Barnes' vocals, and I get it if it's not your thing, but they're still really good. I'm embarrassed to say that I don't own Torture yet. That seems like it's going to be a really, really, really good record, and I've been kind of trying to hold off listening to it until I actually own a physical copy, because that's how much of a lame purist I am about it. If it wasn't for 6 Feet Under, I probably wouldn't have got into death metal or black metal as fast as I did. What genre would you consider Beharit? Black metal. They've got different elements in it. Like there's like the first album, Drawing Down the Moon, definitely has some doom stuff in it. So it's like black and doom at parts, but it's so damn good. I definitely need to get me some more Beharit in my life. I only have Engram. So Peach says, will we get more unpopular metal opinion videos? Yeah, probably. I definitely don't have a lack of unpopular opinions on this channel, that's for sure. It just basically it has to wait until like a pretty decent one hits me and write up an outline for the episode, because I don't usually like to go into those kind of things, that being unpopular metal episodes or Jesse Talks metal episodes or stuff like that, without some sort of like structured episode outline to talk about, because I have a huge habit of going on tangents and random babblings, just skewing horribly off topic. So, but yeah, we'll probably see another unpopular metal opinion video in the future. Like, considering that I'm not going to have much money to buy physical copies of anything to show you guys, at least in the foreseeable near future, until I get some. That was some scary ass display picnic.
Sorry. Well, I tried joining the first time and it fucked up. So yeah, I wasn't sure it was gonna work that second time, but then it did. So I was like, cool.
Oh, no worries. Is it
So
my
yeah,
computer that's making you sound quiet, or is it on your end?
I don't know.
My speakers are up to 100.
I can hear you
Let's see.
I can hear you perfectly. So
Must be just my shitty friggin' laptop then. I don't know if there's a volume thingy on here or not.
yeah, Jake, I know I still haven't gotten around to doing that Inquisition video. It's coming.
Control.
It'll come eventually.
Okay. Well, I haven't figured out a way to turn you up on my end, but that's okay. As long as you can hear me and they can hear you, it's good. You just have to put up with me going, "Huh?" like every 5 minutes. uh, but no, yeah. Thanks for joining, bud. Same with Theo. I know that's not your name, but I can't pronounce your actual name. I know it's Thou, Thou. I can't pronounce that, so I'm going to call you Theo.
It's fine. Sorry I've been quiet. Just that I've been hearing, like a bunch of bands I don't know shit about thus far.
What?
There's some bands I just like don't have much of a premise on. I don't know. Generally, like I listen to like atmospheric black metal or like noise black metal. So I don't know. Some of these were kind of unfamiliar, sadly.
Oh, I just got your message now, Nick.
Yeah.
See if I can find a way to turn you up on my end. I don't know if that's possible, though. And sorry to anyone in the chat who's asking me questions. I do plan on answering them. That's the last one we saw here. Oh yeah, Sedition Through Scorns. He says, do you ever consider yourself obtaining vinyls for albums that speak to you on many levels? For instance, really want Archgoats, The Apocalyptic Triumpher, but stuff like that gets extremely pricey. I probably eventually will if I ever have the money to do so, but I just get stuff that's financially convenient for me. So if it's cheaper on tape, I'll get a tape. If it's cheaper on CD, I'll get a CD. If it's not asshole gougingly expensive on vinyl, then I'll pick it up on that.
Actually, that record you can. I got that not that long ago. I got it from Hell's Headbangers, so it's
Oh, nice.
that record's not that expensive, Jake. If you really wanted to get it on vinyl, so just throwing that out there.
Fair enough.
There's got to be at least one U.S. distro. If they don't have it, there's got to be at least one other one that has it.
Yeah,
Because
a lot of records may seem expensive on the outside. Like I ordered a record for $15 new from the distro when it's $50 on Discogs. And that's been like several times. So just like try to find it on distro as opposed to Discogs or I don't know, Amazon if that's you.
Yeah, I think it just really just depends on what distro or you know, if you go to a distro versus Discogs. I mean, there was this one distro I was on the other day. I was getting ready to place an order and I put in my shipping information and everything. And this was a European distro. They're trying to charge me 30 fucking euros to ship one fucking record. I was like, dude, lick my sack. I'm not paying 30 fucking bucks to ship one record, you know? That's ridiculous.
All right, I think I adjusted the levels. So I should be able to hear you guys better.
Somebody asked if you would get more, if you would do more unpopular metal opinion videos.
Yeah, no, I already responded to that one.
Oh, you did? Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think I was trying to also explain what else to expect on this channel too, since I'm not really employed at the moment, so there's not going to be too many physical copies of anything to show off in the near foreseeable future, unless something pops up and, you know, I actually get hired somewhere. But yeah, I need to actually work on fixing up my resumes and stuff like that so that I can be a little bit more up to date with what I'm handing out. So I don't know. It's pretty fucking cold, and I don't really have a vehicle or anything to print out paper. So to get resumes printed out, I have to go like to the Midtown. What is it? It's like a resource center where they let you use their computers for a bit and work on stuff. If it revolves around like employment, copies of resumes, but they like only allow you to print out 20 at a time. So venture up there this winter and get some more printed out and find some places to hand them into that would actually hire someone like myself. So it's an adventure and a journey in itself.
Yeah. It took me forever to get my first job. Shit.
Final Snow says, have you ever heard any of my music?
No.
He's telling me I have. I just don't remember what the band name is at the moment, or project's name. Maybe throw those in the chat and do some shameless promotion, and we'll see.
But we actually have a legitimate question now.
From Julian Gonzalez, what is up, my dude? He says, favorite second wave black metal band after 2000s, basically.
From which country? I couldn't just pick one.
I'd say Ebony Lake and Ulver.
Bergstadt?
I'm more of like a Keldsonger person, but that's not even black metal at that point, but whatever.
Still a damn good album.
So the project's name is Final Snow? Oh. Shit. Then I'm definitely guilty of not hearing it then. I apologize, my friend. I will definitely check that out when I have some time to do so. So ask something else.
Okay, well, he said from Norway. So what's your favorite second wave black metal band from Norway?
Good question. Jesus. I'm gonna say Dark Throne just because my brain is just not working right now. Clearly not enough coffee.
Well, mine is Ragnarok. So yeah.
Good choice. Ragnarok is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Super underrated too.
The metal box says there are no jobs in Ontario. Fucking awesome. That's encouraging as fuck. I'm still gonna try though. I need extra just pocket money because as it is, being on ODSP is just like eke by, get enough food for yourself and the kids, pay your bills, and that's basically it. Like it's not super extravagant living, that's for damn sure.
It shouldn't. Somebody asked if it would be hard for them to get a job with long hair. Chief Pineapple.
Yeah,
it's a funny username.
It shouldn't be too hard. You just basically gotta tie it back and not make it look messy or unkempt, because a lot of jobs want you to look professional and look like you actually give a shit about getting said job. So as long as you put effort into being well kept and making yourself look presentable, hair really.
It depends on where you're applying at too. I mean, I don't know how bad it is in Canada, but in the U.S. it really just depends on where you put that application in. I mean, some jobs just really don't give a shit. You know, like if you work at a place like fucking, just for example, fucking Hot Topic, they're not gonna give a shit. Obviously, if you have long hair.
No. Maybe I should apply there. Could you imagine that? That's some news. Black Metal Rebellion working at Hot Topic.
God. I don't even remember the last time I walked into a Hot Topic. Do they have Hot Topic in Canada?
They do, yeah. It's
really?
Actually at my mall now. Like in Oshawa Mall has a Hot Topic and a Spencer's.
Oh God.
Yeah. I mean, I could apply there, but man, there's probably like 5,000 other like young adults applying to that job every week with better like experience and better references and doesn't have a criminal record applying there. So I'd be fucked. Like there's I don't know. Like I try to maintain a positive attitude when searching for employment, but I'm pretty fucked. Like the amount of like jobs compared to the amount of people like biting at the bit to get a job is like way out of equilibrium. But besides that depressing fact, someone says, "What are your thoughts on Canada's Tech Death Masters Gore Guts?"
I'm not super familiar with their discography, to be honest, but I'm not really a fan of the whole avant-garde technical death metal that they play. I don't even know if they're still playing that style because, like I said, I don't keep up with them, but yeah.
Fair enough. From what I've heard, they're pretty good. Anyone who knows me probably already knows that I'm not a big fan of tech anything. Like if it's tech death, tech black metal. Actually, tech black metal wouldn't be too bad, but yeah, tech death is so not my thing. Arc Spire has like one interesting song where the vocalist does like this really, really fast thing, but the other tracks kind of for me. I think Decrepit Birth is another technical death metal band that I'm also not really a big fan of. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I
if
think
they're tech death or not.
the faceless are pretty good over tech death, and also Obscura.
Yeah, the Faceless I remember being okay. Did they have an album called Mafia?
No. I don't know, maybe
Or an EP, maybe?
Veil of Maya with Matriarch. But you probably listened to them.
Sedition through Scorn says, I say Emperor Anthems to the Welkin at Dusk is their masterpiece. Or is a masterpiece, I think. I agree, if that's what it says. There's a stupid arrow in the way. There we go.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Is their masterpiece. Yeah, no, I really actually like that album, despite what a lot of people... It's just as good as the first one, in my opinion. Someone wants to know why Theo is not on cam.
Should I?
I don't know. If you want to be on cam, you can.
There.
So to answer your question, Chief Pineapple, it's probably just preference. Some people like to be on cam, some people don't. I should never be on cam. You guys ever have issues with anything you order being damaged or just never arriving at all?
Oh, I have.
I've only had one case where something didn't it got lost in the mail. It was coming from South America, so that pretty much explains it right there. My advice: don't ever order anything from South America. Never.
Well,
Unless it's like Mexico, maybe, just because Mexico's closer. But yeah, just I don't know. And I know a lot of sellers in general just don't like sending stuff to South America either, just for the simple fact that shit gets lost going out that way all the time.
I got one record that you could go on. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm done.
All right. I got one record that wasn't super high stakes because the band that I ordered it from, Twilight Fauna, they had this like $1 deal where you could buy any new record from them for just like $1, no shipping, and it just came in like the shittiest condition, but I only lost literally $1. So, and it sold out.
Too bad then.
Not too bad. I could maybe sell it.
As for me, I don't think I've ever gotten anything in the mail that's been like ridiculously damaged. I think the worst case scenario is maybe a slightly cracked case or the teeth in the CD tray being completely messed up. Actually, the worst case scenario was recently where the scam. So those guys sent me like a package of all their albums and releases, and their newest album, The Slaughter or whatever, New World Slaughter, the teeth broke off in the case, and then it was obviously spinning around in the CD tray when it was traveling to get to me, and there's like a giant, like 3 or 4 different rings from the teeth trying to
God.
it. So it like the first 8 tracks are fine, but then the rest of the CD's fucked. So yeah, I mean, I can't really complain though because I got it for free. I only ordered their songs for the Doomed album, and they sent me like 4 or 5 things. So it's like, yes, it sucks that it doesn't work, but at the same time, I got some stuff free that I wasn't expecting, and the patch. So, you know, you win some, you lose some, I guess. I've gotten a few things that have gotten just completely lost in the mail, which is unfortunate. I normally wait 30 days, and if it hasn't got to me, I'll send the person a message to be like, hey, I haven't got my shit yet, and you know, eBay or Amazon is telling me it should have arrived within like 2 or 3 weeks of you shipping it. What's up? And they're like, oh, we'll just wait another week. I'm like, okay, sure. So wait another week, and then it still hasn't gotten there. I'm like, oh, okay, guys, it's like, you know, it's a month and a week that I waited for this thing. It's probably now 2 weeks past the time it was supposed to be here. Well, let's just bring on that refund, because, you know, who are you trying to kid? I mean, sometimes they've sent replacement products, and I've ended up getting 2 like patches one time. Like, I got a casualties patch that I ordered. It didn't come within like a month and a half, and then I'm like, hey, it's still not here. They're like, okay, well, we're not going to give you a refund, but we'll send you another patch. You should get 2 in the mail. I'm like, okay. I was kind of like, sure, I will. But then actually I got the first one, and then I felt bad, and I'm like, oh, it's here. And then I got a second one. So sometimes it's just completely lost, and sometimes the mail is just slow as balls. So I don't know.
Well, the record I had that got lost in the mail, the dude would only do a partial refund, and I could have fought that. I could have went to PayPal and got a full refund, but I didn't feel like dicking with it, so I just said fuck it and just did the partial, or we went half and half. And I was like, if I ever get it in the mail, I'll send you back that money. And I still haven't got it, so, you know.
How long ago was that? Because I think I remember seeing the video for it.
Yeah, that was about, what, a month ago, month and a half, something like that. Yeah, that pissed me off. But luckily I found another copy, so.
Yeah, good thing it wasn't like super expensive or super duper rare, I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't ridiculously expensive. It wasn't ridiculously cheap either, but yeah.
Yikes.
It is what it is.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the worst case scenario from my end, and you heard Nick and worst concert experience. I got one right away. Basically, I went to the Black Sabbath The End tour, and some idiot got like super loaded and drunk, and decided that he had to sing every single Sabbath song as loudly and poorly as possible right behind me. And I'm looking at me like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm stoked to see Ozzy myself, but like, calm down and stop yelling in my ear, or at least try to match, you know, the singing a bit, because he was terrible and loud. I had to like literally move like 20 feet away in the crowd to get away from him.
Yeah, when I went to go, or no, you can go first.
No, you go.
I haven't had any super bad concert experiences, but the last show I went to last week, I went and saw Mayhem, and just during Mayhem, there's, you know, like this little group of people behind me that just kept talking, and I'm thinking, I'm like, if you're not here to watch the fucking show, then why are you here? You know, and that's why I was like, these people don't even listen. Now, most of these people there, we don't see at any, me and my friends don't see at any other like black metal show or extreme metal show in the area. These people were only there because Mayhem's a huge band, you know. And it's just like, you know, if you're not there to watch the show, you're there, you're just going to sit there and fucking talk and, you know, disturb other people. Then just, you know, go outside the venue. You know, it's like I'm sitting here trying to enjoy the show, and you're back here talking about stupid shit, you know. And it's not like they put on a boring show either. It was fucking amazing. But yeah.
My story basically could be summed up as I saw a band I really like called A Lot Like Birds, but they were like the first opener to go on, and they were opening for like a bunch of like really bad run-of-the-mill like post-hardcore bands. And so I got berated and berated by emo midgets with blue hair and got kicked out of the thing. But luckily, I got this sign, so it worked out.
That's funny. That sucks, though. Let's see here. Azag Gala, one of my newer subscribers, so thanks again, man. He says, massive supporter of U.S. black metal. Do you guys have favorite black metal bands from the U.S.?
For sure.
Yeah, I definitely do. There's a lot of really good
I
ones.
don't even know where to start. Judas Iscariot for me.
Human Bodies, which actually came in one of the Metalhead boxes the last couple of months. That was kind of cool to see, because before that they were ultra obscure. Ashtautes from the Black Twilight Circle is fantastic. Yellow Eyes, who have a new album coming soon, but the most recent one is called Sick with Bloom. Definitely check that out. Inquisition. So many good ones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. For me, I'll just say Zonga and Twilight Fauna.
Cool.
Zonga, they're like a folk black metal band from Boston. They're really cool. They have like what's the instrument called? Like the singing bowl, so it's like Tibetan themed shit.
Oh, yeah. Final Snow says, do you guys have a favorite Blackened Crust or Neo Crust band? I don't know what Neo Crust is, but for Blackened Crust,
Are people just like pulling genres out of their ass these days? Like Neo Crust? What the fuck is? Sorry, but what the fuck is Neo Crust? God damn!
I think it's Keanu Reeves' new band.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude! I swear.
I don't know. That's like the whole screamo and groove metal conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh God.
But no, Blackened Crust, if you count stuff like Young and in the Way or Funeral Chic or I don't know, that Hessian album that came in the black metal or the Metalhead box a while back was pretty good too. I know I keep referencing them, but like, as I say, like if you have the money to get one, definitely get one, because you never know if shit can turn into your new favorite band. So yeah, so if you count anything like those bands, that would probably be my favorite Blackened Crust stuff. What do you kids think about listening to stuff like Anal Fistfuckers and scat grind bands?
Not for me.
Screamo is a thing, but since the 90s, it's been called scrams. What the fuck is scrams? I've never heard of that. See what I mean? People just pulling genres out of their asses.
But no, to answer Chief Pineapple, I do have pretty much everything the Anal Fistfuckers put out. I got a big package of stuff from them one time with like all their albums, some stickers, a patch, and a pretty big poster in my other room A. I think I called it in my tour forever ago. But yeah, no, they're really good. There's like specific scat grind bands. I don't know, like maybe Uh, now I can't think of the damn band name, but they have like a giant shit monster on the front of their album cover. Oh my god. It's been a while since I listened to that kind of stuff, to be honest. What else we got here? Opinion on who created black metal? Certainly as fuck was not Venom.
I always say Venom started it and then Bathory perfected it. That's what I say. But even to me, like a lot of like Bathory's stuff, it sounds more like thrash metal to me than like, especially Bloodfire Death sounds way more like thrash metal than than anything else. I mean, people forget that bands like Creator and Sodom had the fucking harsh vocals and shit. You know that it sounded kind of like Bathory, you know, but those bands don't get called black metal, and Bathory does. So, yeah, just my opinion, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think what makes it like black metal as opposed to just like thrashing death is when it comes to adding the lo-fi sound for one, and then when you start adding stuff that's a little bit more darker and kind of creepier sounding. So when it's like when you start getting like those dissonant chords or those very kind of those melancholy flat notes right next to each other, like one fret apart, and then you throw in some like satanic lyrics in there as well. It's a bunch of things that makes it black metal. It's not just one thing or the other. Because when they first started creating black metal, they did it with inspiration from the first wave black metal bands, like Nick said, like stuff like early Creator or early Sodom and Venom. The first two albums by Venom, but those weren't like black metal themselves. Those were just kind of the inspiration that the second wave black metal bands kind of used to create and mold their sound even more in a certain obscure direction. I think Fenriz from Dark Throne actually had a pretty good explanation on the special features in Until the Light Takes Us. He has this entire like 20 or 30-minute segment called Black Metal University or something, and he just has this like huge giant chalkboards behind him where he scrolls down all the influences, when it started, each one kind of branched off, and he said, well, we got this kind of riff from this type of band, and this band kind of inspired this kind of part of the black metal movement, and like et cetera, et cetera. So if you really want to know about stuff like that, definitely check out Fenriz's Black Metal University segment from that. I'm sure it's on YouTube. It's like a 20-minute segment.
Yeah, it
is
is
very
on
informative.
YouTube.
Yeah, it's very informative. It's very cool. It's a nice little summary of it. Better than I can explain, that's for sure. Sedition Through Scorns asks, best modern day or album for this generation. I personally say Blood Incantation's Star Spawn. That album made me appreciate the traditional old school sounding death metal that fans love.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good album. Great album.
The other
I'm going to lean towards Tech Death but Cosmogenesis by Obscura. Oh no, I really love that record.
I'm going to have to listen to that band because I don't actually think I've heard anything by them, and if I have, it was so brief that it just has not registered in my memory banks. So yeah, I have to check out Obscurum.
If you do check them out, don't start off with their latest record, because to me that, I don't know, it's just kind of boring and overly melodic, but definitely check out their older stuff.
All right, cool. Thanks for the suggestion, man. Best modern day death metal band. Oof. I don't know, man. That's not a great question to ask me because for death metal, I'm not in it for modern kind of old school death metal. That sounds really weird, but like bands that have evolved from old school death metal and their sound, as opposed to went down like the other rabbit hole, that being slam and brutal death metal. So, I don't know. I don't know. I really got to hear the new Gut Wrecked Me. That's for sure. Their Slampocalypse album should be pretty sweet. I still haven't gotten around to listening to the second full length or third full length from Begging for Incest. That one should be pretty sweet. But once again, this is like brutal death metal / slam stuff. So I don't know if you'd really count that, man. But that would be my suggestion. Just listen to the new Begging for Incest or the new Gut Wrecked Me. Let's see here. Someone just mentioned REO Speedwagon. What?
Oh yeah, I saw that one a while back.
Concert with REO Speedwagon because I was trying to bang a chick.
It was when we were.
Wow.
It was when we were talking about worst concert experiences.
I actually don't mind REO Speedwagon's High Infidelity album. I actually own that one, but it's because it's like nostalgia for me because that's what my dad would throw on in like long car trips to our relatives. So.
Yeah, same here.
There is so much going on in the chat for only 11 people. I can't even find another question. Oh, found one. Where does the project name The Lonely Cadaver come from? If already explained, I may have missed that video. I don't know if I've ever actually explained where the name comes from. And it's not anything super duper like crazy or unique. It's just back when I was going to try and start a band with my sister after Kier stopped, which was my first punk band, or my first band ever, technically. We were going to start a band, and we were going to call it Less Than Three, because it makes a heart, whatever, which is pretty lame. But we were also going through kind of like a post-hardcore and emo phase at the time, so it was going to be music like that. And Alexis on Fire, they had a site that said the only band ever. So for whatever reason, we took the tagline "The Only Kids Ever," and The Lonely Cadaver is kind of a play off of that. So like the only kid ever, the Lonely Cadaver, kind of an automatopoeia, kind of sounds sort of like the name. So basically that's where the Lonely Cadaver came from. It's kind of like an inside joke from an inside joke that just kind of spiraled out of control, and that's where I got the name for the band. But the meaning is a little bit more than just a play on words from an inside joke. It's also like, do you ever feel? I don't know if you've ever had a. Now, I hope the wife isn't gonna take this the wrong way when she hears this or watches this video in the future. But have you ever been with someone, significant other, be it male or female or whatever you're into, but still feel just lonely and kind of hollow inside, and like you're missing something? Now, I wouldn't say that's necessarily like your partner's fault, but you feel, I don't know, kind of still lonely, but you're with someone, and I don't know. It's kind of a very personal thing, but yeah, I don't know. That's basically where that stems from too. Like, I just feel, even with having a partner, I still feel kind of like I'm lonely and don't really have that many people close to me in my real life, because it's just, once you kind of leave high school, all of your friends just kind of go off and do their own thing, and don't really connect to people as much. And that's another problem too. I'm going off on a tangent here, but when most of your friends from real life go off and do their own thing in life, you're left with kind of, all right, so now I'm basically connecting with people via online or social media, and that's cool and all. Like, I've met a lot of really cool people online, and like, obviously 2,500 subs later, I've got a lot of supporters for this channel, a lot of things that I do, and shared interests, and the reason why people have stayed with me, and that's cool. And you would think with having that much support and having that many people sharing those interests with you, that you would feel, not as lonely and not as isolated and secluded. But that's the problem with social media. It's a very hollow, a very not tangible thing. So yeah, basically the Lonely Cadaver is just basically me kind of looking inside and feeling, well, even though I have all these friends and support online, even though I have a partner, I still feel lonely. And the cadaver part is just like you feel dead inside still. Personal kind of awkward thing to talk about because, sharing your feelings online. But yeah, that's basically where the name comes from and why it's called that. And it's a lot of, like, the lyrics are very personal as well. Yeah, I don't have anything more to say about that without getting too depressing. But thanks for asking. I appreciate the curiosity, that's for sure. So find something a little more cheerful here. What? Black Metal Rebellion unsubscribed from Julian. He's being mean to me. Oh. Grow a sack. The heart symbol looks like a small pointy dick. Wow.
My God.
Very nice. I'm not reading that. So, yeah, there's no more questions, I guess.
I think there was
thanks for joining me to the 2,500 subs live stream. Now this is a giveaway as well. The only thing is, you won't be able to comment until after the stream's done. So once the stream's done, then comment if you want a chance to win any of the things I'm going to show off here in a second. Just say the usual "Viva la Rebellion" or "Long live the Rebellion" if you're not Spanish. But yeah, so let's get on to the giveaway. I'm going to show off a few things that you can win. A choice of what you want to win. I don't have a fuck ton of money to ship out all this stuff, so there's only going to be one winner. But yeah, so once again, if anyone wants it, I'm still giving away my original black metal hat from when I kind of started the Black Metal Rebellion version of this channel. So if you want to win that, you can. And if you do win it and want it, I can sign the brim if you want. So that's one option. The second one is a sealed copy of Deathgasm. So if you want to win that, make sure you enter the contest. I don't have the slipcase because it didn't come with one. And there's not really anything on the back. I'd show you the inside, but it's sealed, so I don't want to break the seal. Or this. We got this from Horror Block. This is Demonic Toys, but we already have a copy of this in a trilogy. So if you like cheap horror movies from like the 80s, style kind of thing, or if you're a fan of like Puppet Master or anything like that, or just horror movies with creepy dolls, you might choose this. I might be generous and just throw this in with the Deathgasm for anyone who wins either one of these, unless you tell me not to. Like, if you already own Deathgasm but want this, then I won't throw it in, but yeah. So yeah, it's basically the movies or the hat, unless you would want like a Slambro shirt in your size, or unless you'd want a Tricure tape or a CD, I could do that as well. So you've got a few options, but whenever the stream's done, just comment in the comment section, Viva la Rebellion or Long Live the Rebellion, because if you do it in the chat, it will disappear once it's done, I think. So I won't be able to see it and document who's all wanting to get in on the giveaway. So yeah, do that once the stream's over. You will have, I guess, a week to enter. Unless I get to like 100 people wanting to get in on this right away, then it'll be less time. But either up to 100 people or a week. So thank you for getting me to 2,500 subs. I never thought I'd be this far. I never thought that many people would give two flying shits about my opinion on music or my collection or my thoughts on horror movies, etc. Really appreciate it. I'm pretty blown away with the momentum that this channel has picked up in the last year, because it went from 500, I think, in 2000, like late 2016, to like almost triple that. I think that is triple, actually, 2,500. But yeah, within like a few months, like it's not even December yet, and yeah, basically triple the numbers when I first started out in late 2015, early 2016. So yeah, I really appreciate it, guys. Awesome stuff. I'm gonna go with this stream probably till 11, and then that'll be it. So if you really want some questions to be answered, throw them in. I'm not sure how long Nick's got to stay. He does have to get up early in the morning to go do stuff. Theo can stick around as long as he wants, so that's cool. But yeah, I much appreciate it, guys. Thanks for getting me here. Give yourselves a clap on your back for tolerating me for that long.
Well, somebody asked our opinions on Count Blagrath.
I don't know.
Not much to say besides, if you're not subscribed to him and you're subscribed to my channel, get the fuck out, because Count Blagrath is the man.
Honestly, I don't know who would have like a negative opinion on him.
There is some, apparently. I have a guy on my Facebook by the name of Corey.
Yeah, I saw that conversation.
And he says there's a few circles of people out there that think he's a hypocrite, and a couple of other just ridiculous things that I don't think he is at all. People need to remember that if you've been a YouTuber for any amount of time, your opinions change, your thoughts change, your tastes change. He tried to send me a video of Count Blagrath's I'm ashamed to call myself a metalhead video, and then he tried to send me something else. But I didn't want to see it. I don't really care what video proof he's trying to show me that he's a hypocrite or anything negative, because once you start going down that road, it's not too long before they start pointing their fingers at me. And honestly, it's a tricky road to start going down. Like, once you start pointing your fingers and poking people apart, you know, if you start pulling that thread, everyone's got stuff they've said or done in the past that is not agreeable or popular, or even how they feel to today. So, you know, even if him or Wyatt or whoever says, I'm ashamed to call myself a metalhead and gives X, Y, and Z reasons, you know, that's perfectly fine, because honestly, some people, everyone wants to put a label on everything. And if you don't want to label yourself as a metalhead, cool. Like, you don't have to. You can listen to more than one genre. Apparently, I'm not allowed. I'm only apparently allowed to listen to black metal and slam. So fuck me for liking punk, I guess. And fuck me for liking Insane Clown Posse in high school. But on a serious note, no. Count Blagroth is a fantastic, nice dude on YouTube. He has opinions just like everyone else. He has specific tastes in music just like everyone else. He doesn't have to agree with everyone's opinion. Everyone doesn't have to agree with his opinion. Why? Because opinions are just opinions. They're not facts. They are subjective, and they're based on one's point of view, based on your experiences that you've had in life. So, you know, he may have said something, I don't know what it was, that seemed hypocritical when compared to a newer video today. Like, I don't take down videos that I've posted unless they're really, really inappropriate and I don't feel that they should be up. I made a video a while back while I was depressed, and it wasn't something that I felt should stay on the channel because it doesn't represent me properly. So I took it down. Other than that, every other video that I've had, you know, on this channel has stayed up. And that takes balls sometimes, because you do, your point of view does change sometimes. And I think if Count Blagroth has chosen to do the same thing, keep up an old video that has him stating an opinion that doesn't match one that he has today, I think that proves that he has some brass balls, because people love to find fault. People love to pick apart anything that they find doesn't deserve their full attention in a positive way. Like, if you say something that they disagree with, they're going to instantly try to find fault with you and dismiss whatever you said and make it invalid. So the number one thing is to either jump on a discrimination thing, like call you a racist, or they'll call you a sexist, or a homophobe, or they'll say you're a hypocrite. So anything you say, you know, is invalid, and therefore no one should watch you. Like, that's just how it is on the internet. People, unfortunately, don't know the difference between opinions and facts. And since they don't, the opinions that you have, they get the biggest butt hurt over, and now you're the enemy because you don't like their favorite band, or because you've said negative things about being a metalhead. Time to grow up. That's all I have to say about it. So, no, Count Blagroth is awesome. Same with Runner JMA or Josh Armyho. I saw that up in the questions. Like, if it wasn't for Runner JMA, I wouldn't have discovered Count Blagroth. So I really have Josh to thank for finding Count Blagroth. And that's another thing. Like, if you're subscribed to me and you're not subscribed to Josh Armyho, Runner JMA, get the fuck out of here, because he's probably the best metal reviewer online. So, like,
yeah, for sure.
Cover Killer Nation. He's, you know, I saw earlier, I don't know if it was today or not, but he's doing a review on Taylor Swift's new album. So I don't know what's up with that.
What the fuck? I mean, it's to each his own, but like, I thought that dude only, like, to be honest, I've never watched one of his videos in its entirety, but I have not heard very good things about him, so I've kind of stayed away from his channel.
That's a pretty crazy transition, because he used to get on these like really psychotic rants. So I'm just kind of surprised that now he's reviewing a Taylor Swift record.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I haven't heard too many good things about his channel, so I haven't even bothered.
I mean, I'm subbed to Cover Killer Nation because he does sometimes give reviews on stuff that someone else isn't doing reviews on, and he also has done subject matter that other people haven't quite done discussions on. But yeah, for the most part, I don't really follow every single video he does. I just kind of pick and choose ones at random. And it's not that he doesn't have good content. It's just sometimes it's, I don't know. I think he does it in order to stay relevant sometimes. And when you're doing videos just to stay relevant or have like people trending you, then it's, you know, it's a little shallow. Or, you know, I mean, you guys have seen, like, I'll sometimes have a video every other day. Sometimes I'll have like a video a week, which I try not to do that, but like I get busy, and I also, as you know, I go through bouts of depression, and I don't want to come on here and be like a downer. I don't want to come on here and not seem like I give a shit about the video, or look like to be on here and talk to you guys or talk about the subject that I'm presenting. So if I'm in a shit mood, I'm not going to record because I don't want that to represent this channel. So if you don't see video on here for like a week or a week and a half, that's probably why. It's probably because I'm either super busy and haven't found time to record a video, or I've been in such a shit mood, and I don't want to I don't want that to be contagious and rub off on anyone watching. Because, you know, if you're going and watching someone's channel that you're subscribed to and support, you don't want to see them in a shitty mood. Like, it's just like, oh, well, they lose a bad taste in your mouth, you know? And I'm not going to fake it on camera. I'm going to be 100% straight up, be me. And I don't want that me that you guys see to be like a shitty downer. So I'm going to wait until I'm in a better mood to present whatever I have to present. Someone says Cover Killer Nation wanted to quit 2 years ago. His videos aren't as good anymore. Yeah, well, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, if you don't want to do your channel anymore, then give it a break. Like,
sometimes it's just good to step away for a bit.
Yep. If you're not feeling it, then you're not feeling it. Like, do like one last video telling people like, hey, listen, you know, this isn't really working for me right now. I'm not in the best mood. I'm not feeling motivated. So I'm going to take a month, maybe 2, get my shit together, and maybe I'll see you then. And if not, come back within that time and be like, hey, so I've taken the time off. I'm still not feeling it. So thanks for watching. Have a good life. You know, like, it's like, only do something if you're motivated and happy doing it. Otherwise, people can see that. And it's, you know, it's not very motivating or inspiring for anyone to watch someone that's just doing it because they have to. You can tell when people are only doing it because they feel they have to for the views or for the money. Like, these people that are hundreds of thousands of subscribers strong, you can tell when they're just doing it for the money because they're not happy, they're rolling their eyes, they're kind of slumped, they're like, in the video, and you're like, why are you doing it then? Like, yeah.
Well, I see your dislike trolls have stopped by.
Oh, that's okay.
like, dude, like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know why people have to like waste their time, you know, with shit like that. But whatever.
Oh, well, exactly like what I said. They can't just take opinions as opinions. They take it as facts. And if you say something that they didn't like, they don't have the mentality to just go, oh, well, you pissed me off, so fuck you, and then leave it at that. They gotta keep like obsessing and like keep on coming back and being negative. And I don't know. I honestly think that that is actually some sort of mental illness, because normal people, if you piss them off, they'll just tell you off and leave and you know, be done with it. These people who are obsessive and a little sociopathic will come back and keep coming back and keep coming back and just keep looking for things to, I don't know, fight you on and keep hating you and keep bringing the hate. I don't know. I don't understand it because I'm not insane. if there's a channel on here on YouTube that I don't, you know, that have said things that I don't like repeatedly, I unsubscribe and then I go find something else to do. Like there's two people in particular of huge beefs with me. One that's in my city. I don't know if he's still active and doing stuff on YouTube or whatever that's aimed at me or not, or if they've just given up. And then there's another one that used to be a subscriber, and then they were kind of getting ignorant with me on Facebook, and they're like trying to tell me what I can or can't say on my own post. I'm like, look, buddy, like this is my post. You know, if you don't like it, fuck off. And they gave me more attitude. Like, all right, done. I just didn't have time for it. I blocked them, and I thought that was the end of it. And then they started coming to my YouTube channel and going into the comment section and just being mouthy and ridiculous. And just, I'm like, dude, get a life. Like, if you don't like me anymore, cool. Unsubscribe. Go find something to fucking do.
I don't mean to throw at names here, but is that ambient sound?
Ambient sound?
Yeah, the second person.
No, I don't think ambient sound's one of my thumbs down spammers. Like there's a guy that I don't want to name drop because I don't want him coming back in droves to like harass my band channels or my Facebook channels or or pages rather. I just hope he just fucks off and just gets a life. So I'm not going to name drop him.
It's probably all just one person. It just has multiple accounts.
Well, I know that for sure. It's at least it's in between 2 to 5 specific people that are really annoyed with me for whatever reason, who have gone and made at least probably 10 channels each or accounts each to spam the thumbs down button. And then, like I said, there's that dude that has called his channel Jesse Posarella, who's gone to other channels to that shit and they're me. Make you, I don't know, you flip their books up on them on the floor like a bullet. Dude, you know, life's too short. You know, don't focus on the negative. If you hate me and you think my channel's shit, nothing I can really do about that. But move on. Go find a channel that you do like. Go find, you know, a content creator that you find enjoyable, that makes you happy. There's no need to go to channels that you do not enjoy or focus on people that have pissed you off and keep continually going back to them. I don't know. It's counterproductive and it's a little sociopathic.
Yeah, your mic is like fucking up because it was cutting out really badly.
Must be the internet connection.
Yeah, probably.
Well, it's fixed now.
No,
I actually do not think it's that. Like the people that are hating on me, I don't think have a problem with me having a wife and kids. more just, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think besides the very specific two who helped me. The other trolls are probably just people that have watched my unpopular metal opinions and get pissy when I give them reasons why I don't like their favorite band or talk shit about, you know, big names in metal. Like, and then, yeah, I don't know. I don't think they care about my wife or kids. And most people are pretty shallow and like to talk shit about people who are overweight, so they wouldn't, you know, they're not jealous of my wife. I mean, unless they're into BBWs, which there are a lot of people that are into BBWs, but like that's not the issue. The issue is with me and the things that I've said, and that's the big problem. So I kind of missed. Hadassah Franca. Oh, yeah, yeah. I saw that you were liking some of those guys' posts that came to my Metalhead page that just wanted to come and troll. The I think the wife messaged you because she was trying to tell you and your boyfriend and his brother to fuck off and just get a life. So if you refused to fuck off and get a life, and then, you know, I don't know what to say to you. Like, you come to someone's Facebook page just to start negativity, then you're going to get negativity back. So cry me a river, I guess. Like, I don't know what to say to you. Like, like, this channel is meant to talk about music, be it metal, be it punk. I also talk about horror movies. If your boyfriend and his brother don't like it, they don't have to come to my channel. They don't have to go to my Facebook page. They can fuck off and find something they do like and enjoy wherever that is. Coming to me and starting beef over metal or horror is immature, counterproductive, and I'm not going to tolerate it. And my wife, she gets protective of me because I'm her partner, and sometimes she will set your ass straight on Facebook because that's just the kind of woman she is. She doesn't like people talking shit to me, and she sees all the shit that I have to deal with on a daily basis, be it social media or other stresses in my life. So if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. That's all I have to say. Don't bring negativity if you don't want negativity coming your way. So sorry to Hadassah if my wife told you to go fuck yourself in PMs, but maybe there was something that you were doing that you shouldn't have been doing in the first place. Just saying. We're all adults here. Let's try to act adult and bring on the positive. Otherwise, you get what you get. All right. Now that Daddy Slammerella has done dealing out the spankings, let's get on to some positive stuff. Chief Pineapple describes hypocritical metal elitist. Yeah. My metal elitist videos also piss people off because elitists don't like being told that they're elitists sometimes, and they like to pretend that you're crying about nothing. And that's another thing. Like, metal elitism is, in my opinion, not positive. It's not a positive thing. It's not constructive. So to me, it's negative and needs to just die off, because everyone's going to have a different taste in music, and sometimes it's not going to be what you enjoy. Spend less time being concerned with what's going into other people's ears and be more concerned about what's going in yours. Like, if once again, if you don't like a band, don't listen to them. If you're pure on social media is listening to a band that you don't like, you don't need to go and tell him he's a poser for liking that band. You don't need to go and tell him how much of a faggot he is for liking emo music when, you know, you know him as a metalhead, but might, you know, be into a different band that month that's not metal. Like there's no need for things like that unless something affects you personally. There's no need for negative bullshit surrounding said issue. Like,
yeah, well, I kind of do agree with that last comment. I mean, yeah, you do have to deal with criticism, especially if you're going to do a YouTube channel. You just got to be mature with the way you handle it, you know. And it's another thing too. It's just one of those things where it's like if you don't like the comment that somebody made, then just delete it, you know. And if it was like really like harsh criticism, then just block the person and they can't comment on any of your shit. Like it's not that difficult, you know. Like, I mean, most people, it's like it's not worth getting into a, you know, a 2-day long fight on social media, you know, over something stupid. I don't know.
yep. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, since Hadassah's boyfriend and her boyfriend's brother decided to message the page and just start off right away with negativity, I wasn't taking them seriously enough anyways. I mean, I'm not sure if it was her boyfriend or the boyfriend's brother who actually had a slight conversation with me. Like, I was giving him a little bit of a chance to, you know, backpedal a bit and prove that he can be a decent human being. But I got to a point where I'm like, you know what? Even being nice and explaining myself to them and being a jackass whisperer still wasn't working. So I'm like, I banned them from the page. I'm like, I'm done with this. You guys clearly have no intentions of having a logical, fair conversation. So I don't need to tolerate it on my page. Have a nice life. Like, I do try to not be seek and destroy when it comes to potential trolls. I try to at least sometimes give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, there's a difference between critiquing and being a jackass. You can offer suggestions and you can ask questions as to why certain things are going on or being said, or you can come across as insulting and presumptuous and just like trolly. Like, there's a difference between like going, you know, you could do this better on your channel, or like instead of coming and being like, huh, you're a poser. I can't work with that. I'm sorry. It's like I have nothing to work with for a conversation. Like, okay. Like, the only thing I could possibly say to you're a poser is present your facts. How am I being something? How am I portraying myself as something I'm not? You'll either bullshit answer. Like, I can only entertain these negative comments so far before I'm just like, ban hammer. Well, see my point right there. Poser, I'm done with this stupid video. Cool, bye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Like, no skin off my balls. Like I said, we're celebrating 2,500 subs here, and the numbers are only growing. So either you like the channel and you subscribe and you know you enjoy my content, or you don't. And there's the door. Like, I don't care. I make these videos for me, and if people like them, cool. If they want to start a conversation, let's converse. And, you know, like, it's not about satisfying every single viewer that comes here. It's about me sharing my thoughts on music, my collection, my thoughts on horror, and maybe making a few social media friends along the way. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, your boyfriend's friend or brother or whatever came to me on the page saying, because the page is named Jesse Talks Metal, and the reason why it's named that is because of my Jesse Talks Metal series that I've done on the Black Metal Rebellion channel here. And he comes to the Jesse Talks Metal page, and he's like, "Well, this page isn't metal at all." And I'm like, "Okay, why not?" He's like, "Because you don't talk about anything metal, and you don't know about metal. You don't know anything about metal." I'm like, "Okay, I'm pretty sure I do, but please continue." And yeah. And then he just didn't really respond, and he hopped over to some of my posts, and so I just kind of like going ha 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 to a post, and like nothing constructive, nothing I can work with and respond back to in any sort of intellectual manner. And then he goes over to my one video response to Jax from the Bunny Barn, which, by the way, great channel, check her out. And he's like, "Oh, you're sick, man. You're sick in the head. You had a crush on the little boy from Hanson." Okay, to put it in perspective, this little boy from Hanson is the same age as me. I was born in 1985. He was born in 1985. So, and and if you don't know yet, I'm pansexual. So, I don't care what parts you got. I'm about the heart, not the parts. Okay, so if you're a nice person and I find you attractive, that's how it works. So, when I was a young boy myself, I also found the drummer of Hanson attractive. And he's trying to say that I'm sick in the head or I'm mentally ill because of this. And it's like, who don't agree with you or share the same opinion will try to find anything to invalidate you, try to make you look like the bad guy. And most of the time, they fail miserably. Like this attempt, where he's trying to say I'm sick for liking a little boy. He's the same age as me. He was born the same year. I was also a little boy when I liked other little boys. Like, it's these ridiculous little fallacies that is really amusing to me. And the fact that they have to look this hard to try and invalidate someone simply because of an opinion, simply because of taste in music. It's ludicrous. And this is why social media is a little bit of a plague and a little bit of a detriment to society. Your brother and your boyfriend would never say shit like that to me in public. Never. Like, who in their right mind walks up to another person on the street and goes, "You're a poser"? Nobody does that in real life. They only do shit like that on the internet because they know they can get away with it, because they know there's no repercussions for talking shit to someone behind.
Yeah, until you meet that person in person.
They would never say that shit to my face. Guaranteed.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. Well, I'm about ready to hop off here, so
Fair enough.
yeah.
Good jumping point.
Yeah.
You're like, well, this is getting too serious. Deuces, I'm out.
Yep. Oh boy.
No worries, man. If you have to go, I understand. You got an early morning coming for you, so
Yep.
thanks for joining me for as long as you did. It was definitely longer than I was expecting, so cool, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yep, no problem. Thanks for having me on.
Hell yeah.
Take it easy.
Take her easy. And if she's easy, take her twice. So how you doing, Theo?
Pretty good. Let's get some questions.
Yeah, let's get to some more positive questions. I don't like dwelling on stuff like that. That's not my bag.
I might as well throw in some.
Sorry?
I might as well throw in some questions too.
Yeah, man. Do it up. Bailey's talking about tetragrammaticide. They're pretty sweet. Are they considered war metal? Because if so, I like that war metal.
Trying to think. Oh no, I don't have a definitive answer. It's a pretty small genre of which I'm not too. I don't know. It's not really my thing. It's good, but not really what I listen to.
Blackened Death Noise. Yeah, they're pretty hard to kind of describe, but that's pretty accurate from what I remember hearing from them. I don't listen to that kind of stuff a lot. Even before I got into my whole punk kick that I'm kind of on right now. But yeah, like they're some talented musicians, that's for sure. Like I don't know if I could make the stuff that they make. How do I feel about studio-based only bands instead of performing live? Studio-based bands are kind of becoming a necessity of the time because, like in my area, anyone who's a musician is already in a band, basically, and there's no new musicians in my area, and that's probably the same for a lot of other people in towns and cities and stuff like that. There's if anyone's a musician, they're already in a band, or it's not the genre you're looking for.
I think that they're kind of a necessity to, like, with all the new technology that we have, such as Logic, Ableton. I think it just like throws out an opportunity to throw out some like musical aesthetics that you couldn't really create on stage. And also, sometimes working with people is a pain in the ass, especially for me. So
yeah, I hear that. It is difficult sometimes working with other musicians. Everyone's got their own musical preference. Everyone's got their own ideas. Now, that may be like musically, that could be lyrically, and then there's preparation time too. Like everyone learns on a different level, takes their own time to be stage ready. So, like if you're just getting together, you may have like a guitarist and a drummer, but you still need to get like a second guitarist and a bassist and maybe a second vocalist. Like you and the drummer might be like ready to go on stage, but then now you have to wait for your bassist and your vocalist and your second guitarist to get ready, and each one of those people may take different amounts of time to be comfortable enough to hit the stage. And then you're kind of like, all right, waiting around on them, and then it definitely takes a bit to work with other human beings in a band, that's for sure. So it's being just a studio band or one-man band is a lot more convenient and a lot easier to push material out when it's like yourself being motivated and depending only on your interests. So the only downside to that is financing. So if you want to create physical copies or merch, it's all on you to get it created. And if you don't have a high demand for said merch, you're going to be sitting on it for ages and ages and ages. Like I've got 2 boxes full of Rectal Depravity CDs that need to get sold, and they're just kind of sitting there because the guy that I went in this with, the Slam Bros business and page, kind of had issue. I don't know specifically what it was, but he ended up kind of bailing on Slam Bros, and his half is here too that's not getting sold. So it's, you know, there's positives and negatives to being a one-man band or hosting a project like a label or a distro on your own? Did you ever find out if there's a band called Native Blood? I think I looked it up, but I don't recall seeing a band called that. But I'm gonna have to look it up again because my memory is shit, and tonight's definitely no exception. My memory for things tonight is extraordinarily failing me. Are your kids drowning each other? No. It's actually way past their bedtime. They normally get to bed around 10:30, and that's a lot later than I used to get allowed to stay up till when I was a kid. My dad told my ass to get to bed at 9:30 at the latest, so yeah, they after their bath they normally get really rambunctious and try to get all their energy out before bed. So if you hear some whining or some fussing in the background, that's probably my youngest getting cranky and ready for bed. Yeah, definitely. My suggestion would be to, if you want to get anything done, like if you have huge goals in life and you want to achieve them, definitely try to do that before you start a family. Because when you have kids and a wife or a partner, if it's not a female, if you're starting a family of any sort, it'll be a little bit more difficult with having them, like the responsibilities of that too, because that was another thing too. I was thinking of starting up a parent dad kind of series. It's like advice to other parents kind of series. But when you have kids, they take time out of your schedule. And like when you get up in the morning, there's diapers to be changed, there's bottles to be fed or drinks to be given, there's breakfast to be made, there's you have to get them clothed, like and that's like before school. Like my kids aren't in school yet. My oldest is 4 years old. He'll probably be getting into kindergarten next year or the year after that, depending on when the schools around here start and what age they want you to start them at. But yeah, that's all stuff you got to deal with before they start school. And then it's like getting up at 7 in the morning, making sure they get to school on time, making sure they're being nice to the other kids in class and at school and not getting into fights and not, I don't know, stabbing their teacher with pencils and shit. Like, you got to like also be there for those kind of things, like where they act out and get the school being called on when you have to come down there and have a chat with their principal or their teacher. Like I can only imagine what my kids are going to be like when they hit school, because yeah, I don't know. I'm a pretty interesting dad. I'd say I'm one of the fun dads that don't really try to adhere to like old strict rules. So like I said, like my bedtime was 9:30. These kids are still running around at 11:15. So yeah. Tangent. Sorry. Being a parent is very interesting. It's past your bedtime also, Captain Black? That's funny. Yeah, I think we actually do got to get up early tomorrow and do some bill paying and groceries and stuff like that. So I am going to have to cut this off at 11:30 at the latest.
So it looks like Captain Black is going to bed before your kids.
Well, he could also be in a different time zone too, right? Like it could be like 1 in the morning for all I know for where he is.
True.
But yeah, before I go, I was trying to explain what's going to be happening on this channel, content-wise, since I'm not going to have a lot of physical copies of things, at least soon because I'm kind of in between employment right now. So basically just expect more discussion stuff, more kind of maybe some top 10s. I know I want to do a new top 10 black metal albums in my collection at the moment. I haven't gotten any new slam or death metal stuff, so that there'd probably be no point to doing a top 10 of those yet. But yeah, besides that, there's probably soon going to be another edition of horror movies to watch or avoid. Something else too. I can't really. Maybe a new unpopular metal opinions if I can think of something. There's probably going to be more reviews coming. Yeah, but just there's going to be more stuff coming. It's just not going to be like collection updates. I'm obviously going to have to be a little creative since that's mostly what my channel has been about last year. If you guys have anything on your mind that you would like to see on here that isn't collection update related, definitely be sure to throw those in the comments section after the video is done, of course, so I can like see it and document it, because pretty sure, like I said, the live chat's going to disappear. Chief Pineapple says, "What are you wearing right now? Is that a punk vest?" Yeah, this is a thing that I'm going to be doing a video on eventually. This is my punk vest. Lots of patches on it. I actually ordered 200 British cone studs that are going to be going on the shoulders eventually. So I'm just waiting for them to come in. But it's coming from China, so fuck knows when that's going to be actually arriving. So yeah. What's my favorite battle vest that I currently have? Probably this one, just because it's a work in progress, and I'm currently obsessed with punk. So yeah, it's got a little bit of a biased kind of favorite for me right now. But my original vest is probably still technically my favorite, like, because it was the very first one I made. It's actually sitting over here. And I spent quite a bit of time on it. I did a video kind of showing it off a while back. But, yeah. And all hand sewn. And yes, it's a leather vest. And yes, it was kind of a pain in the ass. Thank God for pliers and a really thick needle. Otherwise, this bitch would have not happened very, very easily. Pretty happy with it, even if I don't wear it that much anymore. But yeah, so it'll probably be some DIY stuff in the future, or video-wise. I still have some updates to do with crust pants and stuff like that, because I do have 2 pairs going on now. You guys saw the video that I did with the turning 2 pairs of skinnies into 1 pair, so it's like purple and kind of turquoise. I'm actually wearing them right now. They fit great. But yeah, I might do, if anyone's interested, kind of good places to get different merch. I think I've done a video like that before, but not recently, because I know everyone's always wondering where the hell do you get like patches or studs or vests themselves and stuff like that. So I'd never heard of Pest Productions, so probably go to Worax. Best color for a denim battle jacket. Now that's subjective, but blue, because that is the most basic bitch color of battle vest jacket you can get. And once again, just opinions. You know, if you love blue denim vests and that's your thing, go do it, man. Like, disregard what I had to say about it. If you like it, go do it. And that's another thing too. Like I try to give my opinions, but I also want to let anyone watching my videos know that just because I have an opinion about something doesn't mean you shouldn't do it if that's what you enjoy, or listen to it if that's what you enjoy. I just, for myself, wouldn't do it or wouldn't listen to it for, you know, X, Y, and Z reasons. I call it basic bitch because I see literally everyone wearing one. It's like everyone who starts off wearing a vest, I know not literally everyone, but it feels like it from my side and from what I've seen. Everyone gets a blue denim vest, puts on the most basic bitch metal patches on it, and they're like, "Isn't my vest so cool?" And I'm kind of sitting there like, not really. What, keep up the good work. Like, I don't want to be a dick. I don't want to be a dick about it. And I do want them to love the creation that they have and enjoy what they've made and appreciate the hard work they've put into it. But I like things to be a little bit more unique and a little bit more different, just for my own eyes to look at. Like, I'm tired of seeing blue vested vests or blue denim vests. It's just like, yep, that's another blue venom or blue denim vest with another Iron Maiden patch or black patch with fucking Motorhead and Slayer on it. Like, I don't know. I don't have anything positive to say about that, and I don't want to rag on anyone if they have that, because to them it's awesome. To them, that's like the coolest thing ever, and they love it. So who the fuck am I to say, oh, that's lame, or that's basic, or that's starter pack? You know, like, it's, I don't want to shit on anyone's parade, not on purpose. I do have opinions on things, but I also value the fact that these people have their own feelings, and they have enjoyed what they have made. So for someone like me to come along and be like, oh, nice Iron Maiden blue denim vest, you basic bitch, would be like, I couldn't ever say that to them because I'd feel bad. They're like, I wouldn't want that said to me. Like, I wouldn't want someone to be like, oh, nice purple denim vest, faggot. I would be like, wow, that's offensive and like uncalled for. So like, I wouldn't want to say that to them or make them feel bad about what they have. But I wouldn't have a blue denim vest personally. But if that's what they want, do it up. You know, same with any band that I'm not a fan of. If they are a fan of that band and that makes them happy, then listen to it. Fucking crank her to 11, bro. But I'm not listening to that shit. You know, like, I'm not a bad guy. Like, I don't necessarily have negative opinions about people personally. It's just my preferences are going to be different than someone else's. That's all. Like, if someone came up to me and told me Iron Maiden was their favorite band ever, and they had a big blue denim vest on and had the most atypical thrash outfit on, and they said that was like their life and they're all about it, I'd be like, I would respect that, and I'd be like, cool, man, do it up. But for me, that's the furthest thing away from what I enjoy. So,
All right. It's really late, so I think I'm gonna leave it off here. But thanks for letting me on, and congrats on 2,500. Hopefully, next time we're here, it'll be 5,000.
Yeah. Holy shit, that would be sick. Thanks, man.
All right.
Appreciate that. Thanks for joining me. But yeah, man, thanks to the Spec, the Night Spirit, for joining me on my 2,500 subs live stream. It blows me away that I'm even here and people are still subbed, especially when I have like the opinions that I have, and the, you know, like in having social media being the way it is, where people can't take opinions as just opinions and they see them as facts and grow the biggest amount of butthurt for it. and I'm still gaining numbers and subscribers in that world. So yeah, man, it's a great honor to still be climbing and have as many of you guys coming back every week and watching my videos and leaving comments and thumbing up the videos and coming to the Jesse Talks Metal page, and just all the support that I've been getting is very appreciated. It definitely helps me stay motivated to keep bringing out new content, and I do feel bad when I have only made like one video that week, and it's something that I'm aware that not many people really enjoy. Like, if I've only made one video a week and that video was like a Nerd Corner episode, or if it's like something punk related, like, I know I enjoy it, but it's like the one video that week, and it's something that I'm pretty aware that a lot of my subscribers don't come to my channel for. So I do feel bad about shit like that. It does get to me. I am fully aware of the amount of people that are subscribed and that do watch my channel on a weekly basis, maybe even daily basis if I do put out that many videos. So I do think about you guys a lot, and it does weigh heavily on my mind when I don't put out content on a more regular basis than one video a week. I'm sitting there some days when I'm not in the greatest moods, and I know I don't want to come on camera and bum everyone out, but I'm still thinking, like, man, I wish I was in a better mood right now so that I could come on here and give you guys some content that you deserve, because you don't have to be here. You don't have to be subscribed to, the Black Metal Rebellion's channel when he hasn't put out a black metal video in maybe like a month. Yet you guys are still hanging out. You're still coming back, and it means a lot that I'm kind of getting that slide where it's like, I know people are still hanging out here and being subscribed when they're not getting content that they joined up for originally. So don't think I don't think about that, because I do. I'm very aware of what quite a bit of you guys have came here for, and it does bug me that I'm not putting out that type of content. I do want to put out content that people come here for, but at the same time, if I'm not feeling it, I don't want to come on here and force a video to come out of me when it's not something that I'm really, really digging and really, really super psyched about. So yeah, long story short, I appreciate it, and I'm happy that you guys have stuck around, and I'm happy that 2,500 of you have deemed my channel worthy of subscribing to. So all the appreciation goes to you guys, and yeah, be sure to get in the comment section after the stream's done and let me know if you want in on this contest. Once again, say Viva la Rebellion, or if you're not Spanish or French, long live the rebellion. That will do. And I will enter your name into the draw in a future video and pull a winner. But before I go, I'm going to answer like one or two more questions and then log out. Thanks again, Bailey, for the congratulations. Chief Pineapple says, what is your most hated black metal band? Well, it takes a lot of effort to hate something. You have to actively dislike it and think about it and feel negatively about it. So I would say I have a most hated black metal band, but I still strongly dislike all the bands I mentioned in my 5 black metal bands. I dislike, or I strongly dislike video. Like, I'm still not a fan of Cradle of Filth. The new album wasn't too bad, but Danny's vocals still sound like a squawking crow to me, so it's not my preference. Now, if Cradle of Filth got a new vocalist, like someone that actually sounded like a regular run-of-the-mill black vocal, like if the dude from Sargeist or Horna did vocals for Cradle of Filth, that would bring it up from like 4 out of 10 to like an 8 out of 10 already. And then if they took the synth or a keyboard and brought it to the background instead of being like the forefront of their music, I would listen to Cradle of Filth every day. But since way up here in the mix, and like that's what they concentrate on most of the time, and since Danny's vocals haven't changed or gotten any better from any of the other albums, I can't really dig it anymore. And I can't just say, oh, it's all symphonic black metal I hate, because I actually enjoy quite a few symphonic black metal bands. It's just Cradle of Filth style. Just I can't fuck with it. Sorry, I can't do that shit. Same with Demure Gear. Same with Merker. Like, I would say something like she was a pop artist before she became a black metal artist, and that's kind of like, it seems a little disingenuous. But if I say that, then I'm kind of going back on the, tastes change, opinions change. Her tastes could have just grown towards that side of music, and now she like enjoys and wants to create black metal, but the kind that she makes is still not up my alley. So I'd say that too. Favorite character in gaming? Peach Creed asks. Favorite character in gaming? Blah, man. Good question. Luigi? Man, that's hard. Batman from the Batman Arkham games. I feel like I would have a better opinion if I had more time to think about it and wasn't tired as fuck. Opinions on Varg, Taylor Palmer asks. Varg, I like his music. I like some of the things he talks about. I'm not racist, and I don't feel white people are like the best race ever, and I don't think other races should be exterminated, so I can't really say too much about his personal beliefs. A little askew. But other than that, great musician. And he says some funny stuff too. Like I find it amusing that some of his videos, he's talking about that kind of tongue-in-cheek stuff, but he has his kid right beside him while he's talking about it. Like that takes some balls to do, and not worry about critics. Thoughts on Liturgy? Yeah, like Liturgy and Death Heaven, those post black metal bands, I do not fuck with that either. It's too wishy-washy for me. It sounds too watered down. It doesn't sound like the reason why I come to black metal. I come and listen to black metal for that venomous, hateful, aggressive, cold sound, and Liturgy sounds like a summer field with flowers in it version of black metal. It sounds like a Hawaiian shirt, beige cargo pants, sandals with socks, wearing son of a bitch playing black metal. It doesn't work for me. Like, I mean, if you're gonna play that kind of music, you actually believe in what you're doing. I don't know. Like, I know Count Blagroth is kind of cringing right now if he's watching this, because I know he said that the dudes in Death Heaven do actually care about black metal and really, really like it, and they're just trying something different. And I'm fully aware that someone's attire has nothing to do with music, so it shouldn't be a factor. But I don't know. I love the image of black metal. I love the way stereotypical black metal imagery looks. You know, like it's really fucking awesome looking, and I just, when I listen to Liturgy and Death Heaven, I don't get that. I don't get that feeling, and I don't feel like, I don't know, just that kind of stuff. I'm babbling. Fan of Death Heaven. Yeah, I mean, and that's another thing. If Cradle of Filth, Dimmu Borgir, Merker, Liturgy, Death Heaven, etc., is like your favorite black metal band, do not let my opinion stop you from fucking turning it up to 11, man. Like, you like that shit and it makes you happy, do it up. Like, do it to the nines, okay? Like, it has nothing to do with, like, you as a person. I don't judge your tastes in music personally. It's just my own views on it, and how it makes me feel when I listen to it. Just isn't my thing. That's all, man. Like, so don't ever take my opinions on music. They're just opinions. And like, you could tell me that you listen to the Backstreet Boys, Taylor Swift, and Britney Spears right now, and I'd be like, cool, man. It has no effect on me. So and I could be like, poser, or something fucking stupid like that. It would just be pointless. Anywho, that's all time I got, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Once again, the things you can win if you want to get in on this giveaway is the very first black metal hat that I wore when I first started the Black Metal Rebellion version of this channel. You can win that. It's not dirty or anything, and I will probably be Febrezing the shit out of it before I send it to you, if that's what you want. If you don't want it because it's been on my head, I understand, but it's, some people have asked for it, so I put it out there for people to potentially ask for if they win. And then again, either the Deathgasm or the Demonic Toys horror movies, since I do horror on this channel. I also actually have Lamb of God CDs, if you care about those too. Like, I will definitely be willing to throw some music in this giveaway for more options. It's the first 3 Lamb of God CDs. No, not Burn the Priest, but just the actual Lamb of God ones. So yeah, once again, just put Viva la Rebellion or Long Live the Rebellion in the comment section, not the chat board, once this video is done. And that's it. So thanks everyone for joining me. Really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone here who's been chatting me up in the chat here. Thanks for everyone who submitted a question for the giveaway stream. Thank you to Theo from Thusspec, the Night Spirit. Go sub to him. Thank you to Nick from Molly Crew Forever One. Definitely go subscribe to that motherfucker, because his channel's way better than mine, and he has a lot cooler collections in his videos. So definitely go check him out and subscribe. While I'm at it, go subscribe to Count Blagroth. Go subscribe to Runner JMA. Go subscribe to Jack's the Bunny Barn. Go subscribe to Bailey. Go subscribe to Tainted Lord. Go subscribe to, like, literally everyone in my subscribe list when it comes to the metal community, because they're all really good. I wouldn't be subscribed to them if I didn't enjoy them. So there's that. Thanks again, guys. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Yep, Azeg Gala, you're one of them too, man. Thanks to Captain. I'm sure Captain's probably subscribed too. Hopefully we get to 3,000 subs in 2018. That'd be fucking amazing. Really, really cool if that's what happened. I don't know what else to say. But thanks for watching, guys. For glory, for the rebellion. Slammer out. You guys rock.